Welcome to the Happy Healthy Life Podcast with your hosts, Rob and Randy, who reveal the truth, the lies, and confusion about health so that you are no longer the victim to mainstream medical dogma and you are the hero to your own happy, healthy story.
Hey there. The holidays are upon us. Now, while most people are about to throw their health literally straight out the window, we're going to show you how to keep your metabolism happy and healthy through November and beyond.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to share simple, practical ways to enjoy the holidays without the guilt, the weight gain, or the crash, and how this can actually be the best time to jumpstart your metabolism so you hit January already ahead of the game.
Welcome
What a
back.
concept, right?
It is a great concept. Welcome back to the Happy Healthy Life Podcast with your host, Rob and
Randy,
and we are
the Happy Healthy Guys.
So today is going to be super practical, super do level, because one of the scariest times for folks, and I know it's a scary time for folks because this used to be one of the scariest times of year for myself. It was that time of year where I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of things going on. We've got holiday parties that are coming up. You've got Thanksgiving that's coming up. You've got a Dallas Cowboys game that's coming up on Thanksgiving, and you are going to literally be in a food coma watching or sleeping through that game. And then after that, it's on its way into December. And then again, more holiday parties, more indulgence, more of the things that you're putting into your body while at the same time being irritated with yourself because you are putting those things in your body because you know that once again, like every single year that it was written in my journal to lose weight as my New Year's resolution, only to get off that train and forget about that New Year's resolution by about January the 12th. And so,
Not that long. Interesting.
yeah, right?
And I think probably the number one cause of weight gain this time of year in Dallas Fort Worth, it is the Dallas Cowboys. Let's just keep it all the way
Man.
100.
A lot of stress over here. A lot of
Dallas
stress.
Cowboys cause massive amounts of stress and weight gain in Dallas Fort Worth. So if you're not a Cowboys fan, thank God right now that you don't have to live through the misery of rooting for this team and the stress that they cause. Had to get that off my chest. Now we can actually get to some real practical solutions.
You know, I appreciate that. And you know what? Well, you would say that there is hope because this next week, I believe it's a Monday night game, and we're going to be playing the Raiders coming off a bye week.
Okay.
So, what's your prediction on that?
I predict that we win the game. That's how it works, and that's part of what they do to us is they lose this horrible game. They make us think the season's over, and then they're going to play amazing, and they're going to win this game. And now they're going to suck us right back in. We're thinking, okay, we're back, we're ready to go, we're looking good, and then they're going to play the next game, and they're going to completely wet the bed. And so then we're right back. It's like Lucy and Charlie Brown, where how Charlie just wants to believe so much that Lucy is going to keep that football in place. And every single time as Charlie gets up there to kick it, she takes it and moves it, and Charlie lands right on his back in the mud, filthy, ashamed, and humiliated. That is the life of a Dallas Cowboy fan. It's Charlie and Lucy. So if you know Charlie and Lucy, you feel that pain right now. It's brutal.
In fact, that was one of my favorite cartoons over Christmas time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Charlie
Charlie
Brown,
Brown's special.
Charlie Brown Christmas. Yeah,
Yeah.
Had the one piece of tinsel
Uh-huh.
on the little bit
Yeah.
of Christmas tree.
Dude, I loved it, man. That was the classic, man. That was always gonna be on every single year because we only had about 3 channels, and only really one of
True.
them came in clear, and that was the one we were gonna get
That
to
was
see.
one. Hey,
Charlie Brown
go back to
Christmas.
football for a second. Congratulations to your Texas Longhorns for
For what?
getting into the top 10.
Well, the only way we
Getting
were
back
able to
into the
do that
top
is
10.
we didn't play, and so that moved us up a couple
Is
spots.
that what happened?
Yeah,
Well,
we didn't play.
so that's just what you got to do. You just don't play. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're not gonna show up this Saturday against Georgia, just completely don't play. Maybe we'll just keep working our way up the rankings.
You know what? So we've got two right here. We've got two teams in the top 10. We've got the Texas Longhorns and the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Mhm.
Last time I think that happened was back in
2008.
2008.
2008. I know,
Mhm.
'cause you, Y'all beat us. We were number 1 in the country, and y'all came in and beat us on a last-second throw to Michael Crabtree to score the winning touchdown. That was 2008, only to go the next week and play Oklahoma
Yeah,
in
and
the
crap
Big
the
12
bed.
championship game and wet the bed, but that's neither here nor there. We digress.
No, we are future focused, present and future focused. We've
We
got
are.
2 teams in the top
We
10.
do, we
You
do.
know, how cool would that be to be able to play each other, even in the
It could
college
happen.
playoffs? It could
I
actually.
think it's gonna happen.
Oh my god, that would be so cool. We're going to the game.
Gotta go.
We're gonna go. Okay, let's talk today about metabolism and navigating the
Let's do it.
holidays. All right. So, number one is this sounds simple enough. If you are going to have a healthy metabolism during the holidays, you know what? You got to prepare. Okay. You got to prepare so that your body is in a state of repair as you're going through the holidays. And so, when it comes to preparing, your body for the holidays, what are some things that people can do as they're preparing moving into the holidays? Because it really, right now it's the 11th of November, so happy 11/11, and it is 11:11 a.m. right now. How is that?
Wow.
And so yeah, it's all the things right now. So with that being said, what are some things that people can be doing right now in order to navigate their holidays?
Well, you've got 2 types of people that are entering this time of year. So speaking of being prepared, you've got one group that has put the work in, and if you're on our live podcast right now in our office hours, y'all have put the work in. You've really gone through and built out an incredible metabolic profile. So you prepared yourself to not have to go into any situation and feel like you're just so fragile that one bad decision is going to completely blow your diet. You guys have already put the work in. You're metabolically flexible. You're insulin sensitive. Your body can burn fat. It can burn glucose. It can really burn a lot of calories at rest. And you know the little things, and you've learned more about how your metabolism works. So that's one group. Unfortunately, a lot of people listening to this podcast, they haven't put the work in, maybe even to no fault of their own. They just don't know what's wrong. Nothing seems to work. That's why this time of year is so scary. And you're going into it thinking, oh my gosh, this is the time of year, really from Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year, where that 10, 15, 20 pounds can sneak up on you quick, fast, and in a hurry. And so, what we always say is that, your metabolism controls what you weigh. And that's just the truth. If you've got a healthy metabolism, you're going to burn calories. You don't store these calories as fat. But if your metabolism is broken, if it's damaged, if it's been injured, if you just haven't known what to do and nothing seems to work, it doesn't matter what you do. You could even try starving yourself during the holidays. You could actually not eat anything and you still find a way to gain weight, and it seems impossible. So I think the repair process starts before you get here, but we've got a solution for a lot of you who want to actually start doing something now and not waiting till the new year where it's going to be twice as hard. Heck, maybe even 3 or 4 times as hard to do something if you don't know how to navigate the next several weeks. Because Thanksgiving, we're 2 weeks out, dude. 2 weeks out, and a lot of people are sweating and freaking out. So let's provide help for those people.
Yeah, as you were saying that, even on the starving thing, I think a lot of people also during this time of year, they try to boost up the amount of time that they're spending in the gym. But the reality is, you can't out exercise
Yeah,
poor nutrition or poor metabolic health. It's
true.
impossible. Because I was thinking about how there's so many people that plan on doing that turkey trot run on Thanksgiving morning. That way they can be able to do Thanksgiving guilt free. But the reality is that, you know what, running 3.5 miles is not going
Gonna make you
to
gain more fat.
it's gonna make you gain more fat, and
Yeah.
it's not gonna help you to outrun, what it is that you did to your metabolism that day. So, yeah, so here's a tip that one of the things that we teach people is to be able to get good healthy fats into your body, especially like with SCT oil, because it's helping to prepare the gut. It's helping to heal. And so this is part of repair as you're going through this. And not only that, it's helping to create more satiety, that feeling of feeling full throughout the day, and helping you really to be shifting your body into utilizing fat for fuel versus carbohydrates. And when your body is craving the carbohydrates or the sugar for fuel, that's when you start getting really hungry. That's when cortisol levels start going up. And that's when you really do start craving the breads, the pastas, the candies, the sweets, the cakes, the pies, all those different things. So SCT oil is a great tip.
Yeah, and we've created a couple of protocols in recent history here with the company that can give you a little boost there in a tight situation where maybe you're not in your normal routine or maybe you're out of sync or you're traveling a lot. One of the things that we've been seeing incredible success with is the SCT oil fast. And it's a perfect thing you could even do going into and leading into the holiday season. We've set it up to do for 7 days, but you don't have to do a 7 day SCT oil fast. Really, 1, 2, up to 3 days can completely reset how your body burns fat and can repair the gut lining. And so, SCT oil, if you don't know what that is, it's a short chain triglyceride oil, fuel of short chain fats like butyrate, acetate, propionate. These are the fats that are easily absorbed into the bloodstream. They go right into the liver. They don't put any stress on your body, and your body can use them for energy, and it doesn't store them as fat. And so, you're talking about giving your body mitochondrial fuel, getting fat adapted, getting more mental clarity, sleeping better, and really helping your body prepare to detox. This type of a fast can be beautiful as you're preparing to go into the holidays.
Yeah, we even have these little 4-ounce jars of the SCT oil, which are travel size. So
Yeah.
you can put them in your bag, you can put
Right.
them in your purse, and you've got your SCT oil. So you're not having to travel with those big 25-ounce jars. Now, if you do have the 25-ounce jars, you can also go to places like the Container Store, and they've got little glass jars that you can just be able to put some tablespoons of the SCT oil in there. Again, stick that in your purse, travel with it. So you're not ever without it. There's no excuse, but it all comes back to making sure that you're preparing ahead of time.
Yeah. So if you have not tried the SCT oil fast, we've got a protocol that you can go and purchase at our e-commerce site there at the happyhealthylife.com. And it's a powerful protocol. We've actually paired the SCT oil with our Surge minerals. These minerals, there's over 80, 90, even 100 different trace minerals, along with humic and fulvic acids that have been shown to prime the gut, detox the gut, work beautifully with the oil because the oil is a carrier oil that is going to help you pull out some toxins, repair the gut lining, and get your body really, really clear for burning fat for fuel. So SCT oil, and we've got another 10-day protocol. Dr. Rob, I know you've been utilizing
I
the
have.
10-day protocol going into the holidays. Won't you talk about your experience with the 10-day protocol? Because obviously you've put the work in, I've put the work in. We have these healthy metabolisms, but sometimes it's good to take your body through a process where you can stress it a little bit and give it a new chance to adapt to a new environment. And that's one of the beauties of this 10-day protocol, along with the SCT oil fast. We're just creating some very short term interventions where your body can really become very robust and adapt to the metabolic environment.
Yeah, so with the 10-day protocol, it's super easy. I almost feel like whatever I'm every day that I've been doing the 10-day protocol, I almost feel like I'm cheating. And the reason I feel like I'm cheating is because
Why is
I'm
that?
eating nutrient-dense foods that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
Again, had a ribeye last night.
You're not counting calories?
Not counting calories at all. Had a ribeye last night, had some apples with that, cooked in SCT oil. It was super delicious and yummy, super full. But then we're also putting into that 10-day protocol things like our new product, our Crave Control. Our Crave Control right here is a GLP-1 activator that it helps to be able to signal your brain into a healthy satiety. So you're feeling full, you're not hungry, and the best thing is you're not craving things.
Mhm.
You're not craving sugars, you're not craving bread, you're not craving sweets, you're not craving any of those things because we created this to be able to help your brain to be able to wire correctly when it comes to your body producing the correct hormones inside your body. So you're healing and you're repairing as you're going through that 10-day protocol as well. And then we've also got our brand new thermostat burn plus. So those of you guys who know anything about our thermostat product, we made it better.
Yeah.
Our thermostat burn plus is freaking amazing. So doing that along with the crave control and then the protocol that we give you for free when you buy that in a bundle together so that you don't have to guess and you don't have to try to figure it out on your own. And the results are this is again, I was doing this to be able to make sure that, hey, you know what? we're not going to ask you guys to do anything that we're not already doing
Exactly.
ourselves. And so I knew, and we'll talk about this a little bit more, but we're going to an event coming up this Thursday in Florida. So I wanted to make sure that I completed it before getting to that event. And so right now I am on day 7 of the 10-day protocol. And my goal was to lose 2% body fat over this period of time. And at this point, I've lost 7 pounds and 2% body fat. And I haven't counted any calories. I haven't counted my macros. I haven't weighed my food. I've just been eating nutrient dense food that we have on this protocol right here, along with these products right here. That's all I did. And like I said, I really feel like I've been doing something like illegal. I feel like I've been cheating going through the 10-day protocol.
Well, good news is you have not done anything
I haven't done
illegal. Well,
illegal.
I don't know that you haven't done anything illegal. In regards to the 10-day protocol,
Right.
100% legal. At least it is at this point. But I love hearing that because we've had so many people going through the 10-day. I've gone through the 10-day. I love these products. In fact, the Crave Control, it's a phytoceutical. We've taken 18 different compounds from plants. Remember, plants are medicine. They're not food. We've really taken the best of the best. It took us 18 months to put this together to work in a synergistic way that's going to support the gut, your blood sugar, and help support proper hormone balance, specifically the ones that create satiety, like the cholecystokinin, the GLP-1s, the FGF21s. There's so many different enzyme pathways and compounds that are activated when you give the body the right nutrient-dense food with the right compounds. And like you said, that thermostat burn plus, so powerful because, our original formula was one of our best-selling products because of its ability to lower the stress hormone cortisol. Remember, cortisol, like we were talking about earlier, like with the Dallas Cowboys, when you are stressed out, or maybe you're traveling more than you want to be, and maybe you're in an environment you're not used to, it just can be stressful to get out of your routine. Stress, when it goes up, it doesn't matter what you do. When cortisol is high and it stays high, nothing wrong with cortisol, but if it stays high because you're not adapting, you're going to gain body fat. And the product was developed to help mitigate the stress response, specifically cortisol. And then we added a thermogenic component to the thermostat. That's why it's thermostat burn plus, because with thermogenesis now involved with the lowering of the cortisol, you're going to be burning more calories at rest. So with the thermogenesis, the satiety from the Crave Control, and of course the original formula to reduce cortisol, those two products in combination with the nutrient dense foods recommended, that's what's getting that great, great result. And you do get the protocol for free, just like with the SCT oil fast with the minerals. You're going to get exactly how to follow that protocol. And it's so easy. So that may be something y'all might want to consider doing heading into the holidays to get yourself ultra prepped and ready to go into the next really 5 to 6 weeks.
Hey guys, thanks so much for listening to the Happy Healthy Life podcast. And if you're wondering about our Happy Healthy Metabolism products, go to thehappyhealthylife.com and at checkout, use promo code podcast to save 10% off any of our products.
Thank you so much for listening to the Happy Healthy Life podcast. And as always, if you don't know what's going on with your metabolism and you want to find out, go to metabolismscore.com. Yeah, and the cool thing is it's not even just about the 10 days. It's about the things now you are creating habits that you can be able to
Yes.
do literally for the rest of your life to be able to ensure that you've got a healthy metabolism by continuing utilizing the Crave Control, continuing to utilize the Thermostat Burn Plus. Well, after that, those are products that you're going to want to continue to keep on utilizing even after those 10 days. Now, if you know also that heading into the holidays that you've been thinking about what your New Year's resolution is already, you probably already have a number in your head as to how much weight you want to lose or how how many dress sizes that you want to lose or the dress size that you want to fit into. Um, Something I didn't tell you. So this past
What's that?
weekend, I had one of those purge type weekends. And so what I
Okay.
did is I went through all of my closets and I got rid of
Mm,
all of my clothes that I don't wear.
Oh man, I need to do that. Did you hire somebody to come in and do that?
I did it myself.
Wow,
Yeah, I did.
that's impressive. Can I hire you?
So I did it. So
Uh,
as I was going through these clothes, I'm like, oh my gosh. I had like pants that were like size 34 waist, 36
oh,
waist.
you'll never wear those again.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, why the heck do I
You
still
put
have
two
these
of you in
things?
there.
So I was just thinking about
Yeah.
that because, back then I had a number that I wanted to get to
You
as
hung
far
on
as
to
a
those
size.
clothes all this time.
Yeah, they were like in the extra closet. Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just bags and bags and bags. In fact, they're in the back of my car right now waiting to go over to Goodwill.
Yeah.
And stuff that was like brand new. But the reason I say that is because I had a number in my mind as to the size of pants that I wanted to make sure that I was wearing, the size of shirts that I wanted to wear. And my number was wear a size 30 jeans or 32. That's what
Mhm.
I was wearing when I was in high school. And so that's what I wear now. Depending on the cut, it's going to be 30 waist or 32. Now I got short legs, so it's like 30 or 32. There's not anything that I could do to that.
Yeah.
So however they do make those shoes now, see, cause you to be like 2 inches taller. I'm going to
Yeah.
check those things out. Anyway, with all that being said, you probably have a number. And if you're that person that has a number of how much weight that you want to lose, it might be 20, 30, 40 pounds, then this right now is the absolute best time to do our Thin Method program.
Yeah.
Because with the Thin Method program, you're going to have accountability. You're going to have a community of people who have been where you're at, who have navigated the holidays and can be able to help support you and hold you accountable. These are people who literally are in your same walk of life. We've got females that are in the community that are 20 to 30 years old. We've got females 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, and that love to do the same activities that you love to do. We've got men in those age ranges as well. We've got working moms in there. We've got working dads in there. We've got single people in there. We've got married people in there. We've got couples in there. All I'm saying is that all the people in here, and we've got many of them are on right now with us live here in the podcast, are there ready to help you through the holidays. And we can't not talk about these people, but our coaches. Our coaches are there and ready. We've got Coach Christine, we've got Coach Laura, who are ready to help you, a team that is ready to help you and guide you through the holidays to be able to help keep you accountable. Because the worst accountability partner on the planet is yourself. You are not a very good voice of reason when you get to the holiday party and they have that one thing that you're like, oh my gosh, there's the one thing that is my nemesis right there. Whether it's the, I don't know, buttermilk pie or the pecan pie
I
or
mean,
the,
no pie.
dude, you haven't tried it. It's freaking good.
Pecan pie is
Or pumpkin.
insane, and which, by the way, can be made so healthy, it doesn't even have to be bad, which is we'll talk about here in a second, some replacement things you can do. But yeah, I get it. Those things are great. And listen, if you wanna enjoy those things, that's fine. Just remember that it's all about having a healthy metabolism,
Yeah.
right? It's kinda like, if you had 2 buckets and one was 90% full of water and one was 10% full of water, and you started pouring water into both of those buckets, obviously the one that's 90% full is going to start to overflow quicker than the one that's 10% full. And what I'm articulating and trying to describe here is that when you've got a healthy metabolism, you really are more that 10% full bucket. You get more wiggle room before your body can no longer adapt and when the water starts to overflow and you start to get the problems and the symptoms. So you never want to be fragile, you want to be strong, you want to be robust, and that is really the key with having a healthy metabolic profile. So for a lot of you who've even gone through our program, you just need to reboot everything and start right now. For some of you listening, you just haven't put the work in yet and you don't know where to go. This is the perfect place to start. And really, if you think about it, it's really perfect timing because if you start doing something right now with the way our program works, you're really hitting January 1st with a brand new metabolism. You're down 20, 30 pounds if you need to lose it. You've detoxed your body from industrial seed oil. Guys, remember, when you're eating these seed oils, this canola, this corn, this soy, this safflower, all of those oils that they're cooking in restaurants that you may be eating with the packaged foods, you're making a 2-year commitment. You're making a 2-year commitment to that because the half-life on these oils and what they do to your mitochondria and your metabolism, they are devastating. But you could be right now, you could set yourself up to hit January 1st down at your perfect weight, feeling better, detoxed, with great, great metabolic health. For a lot of you, that may be what you need because, like you said, some people you just do better when you have accountability. You're an echo chamber. Fire yourself, get the heck out of there, get people in your corner who can hold you accountable, get on a plan, follow a plan, get a guaranteed result. That may be the strategy.
Yeah, and here's the cool thing. We already did the math for you to figure this out. So
We
we've got
did.
it. Here's the strategy. The strategy is this, is get the metabolism program now. We're going to put a code into this podcast that for 7 days is going to give you $700 off so that you can go ahead and get the program now. Okay. So that you can be able to be ready. Okay. And here's what you'll do. You're going to get this kit in the mail. And this kit is going to have everything that you need in order to be able to start that program. You're also going to get sent to you an assessment. It's going to ask you some questions so we can know exactly what to put in your kit for you.
When you say it's going to be sent to them, it's not going to be mailed to them, is it?
It is going to be mailed directly over to
No,
them.
the assessment.
Oh, no, not the set. No, that'll be emailed to you.
Yeah,
That's
you'll
emailed.
get that instantaneously.
Yeah, you'll get that instantaneously. And so you'll get that, but here's the strategy. The strategy is that with the thin method, the T in the word thin stands for technology to reset your metabolic thermostat. And there's 3 steps to that. The first step is your reawaken day, and that's only 1 day. You can do your reawaken day on Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
So for those of you that are like, well, what about Thanksgiving? What am I going to do? Don't worry about it. Eat whatever you want.
Yeah, go nuts, kiddo.
Yeah. Go nuts on Thanksgiving. Do your thing. And so that would start. That would be your reawaken day. Now the next phase, which is 5 weeks, is your retrain phase. Your retrain phase. Check this out. When you look at the math here, that takes you all the way up to January the 1st. The retrain phase is where you're retraining the cells in your body. You're replacing the damaged cells that are in there. You're repairing damaged cells as well, and you are ready to go. That means that on January the 1st, you don't have to set another New Year's resolution because you're starting the year off January 1st with a healthier metabolism.
Yeah, and in the average weight loss, obviously our clients know, but if you need to lose it, if you're a female, you're getting an average of a 22-pound weight loss in just 5 weeks. So if you can imagine hitting January 1st, down 22 or more pounds, guys are getting 30 or more. These are the numbers. We've done thousands of cases. We know the numbers. We know the data. We know how this works. You're just 5 weeks away from losing around an average of 25 pounds. And then the best part of our technology is when you hit January 1st, then you're going to move into what's called our reset phase. This is 3 weeks where now your body is going to get carb adapted. If you've ever heard the word metabolic flexibility, what it really means is it's the body's ability to burn fat for fuel, but it means you also have the ability to burn carbohydrates for fuel. Carbs have really been vilified.
Yeah, no more keto.
No more keto ever again. In fact, this program is called Keto Rehab. We're rehabbing you from years of low carb, low calorie dieting where you just gain the same weight back. You starve yourself, you eat only fat and protein, no carbs. You come off of it, you lose 15 pounds, eat a half banana, and all the weight comes back. That is not healthy. We're going to take you through a process, this technology to rebuild your entire metabolic profile. So now you'll be able to push your metabolism. You'll be able to enjoy healthy carbohydrates and fats along with clean quality proteins and eat as much real food as you want and never have to count another calorie again and get a permanent new weight set point. And that's really what a thermostat does. Because if you understand the concept of a thermostat, your body, just like the one in your home or in your office that you set the temperature, your body has a metabolic thermostat. It works exactly the same. And wherever it is set, Dr. Robin, you know this to be true, it is a zero-sum game if you don't fix it. Because after all the dieting, after all the starvation, all the fasting, all the supplements, all the medications, all the low-carb eating, when all that dust settles, your body goes right back to where your metabolic thermostat is set. You have to readjust it. Our technology is setting the temperature in the room. It is setting the temperature for your metabolism. Don't be the thermometer. Diets are thermometers. They just read the temperature and react. We are a thermostat setter. We can recalibrate your metabolic thermostat. That way you never have to be on a diet again.
Yeah, we have somebody that's watching right now live, Sandy. She said she's at the 5-week mark of the program, and she says right here, "I am ahead of the holidays,
Yes, you are.
to prepare my body for the holidays, feeling great." So that's like every day that goes by, you know what, you could have been 5 weeks ahead,
Mm,
right? And so we see that every single day when people are letting us know, "Hey, today is the end of my 5 weeks. Today is the end of my 5 weeks. Today is the end of my 5 weeks." Why not make New Year's the end of your 5 weeks? And that way, now you're preparing yourself January the 1st with a brand new healthy metabolism, and you are ready to go for the new year. I tell you what, it feels so much better and so less stressful as you're moving through life with a healthier metabolism. I know I speak for myself. I love going into the holidays. We're just talking about this before coming on because I used to be so stressed out going into the holidays. And at this point, I haven't even given two thoughts
right.
to what it is that I'm going to be eating. And what I mean by that is I've given thoughts. We're going to talk about this as far as what I'm going to be eating. I haven't given two thoughts to gaining weight during the holidays or feeling like crap throughout the holidays like I
Mhm.
used to before. And then I'd have to spend the next few months trying to get back to where I was using a diet, which is freaking it's like being on that diet merry-go-round. Nobody wants to be
Yeah,
on that. So
isn't a nightmare.
yeah, so let's keep on going. All right. So the second thing here is to upgrade what it is that you're putting into your body. Don't deprive yourself. And it goes back into the diet thing.
Mhm.
People are going the holidays going, you know what? Okay, I know I'm going to eat bad tomorrow, so I'm not going to eat today. Or I ate really bad today, so I'm not going to eat tomorrow. You're now depriving yourself of
Mhm.
the things that you love. Or you might be going, hey, I'm going to this holiday party and they're going to have this. Well, I'm going to eat the salad instead and hide in the corner because I don't want to be around that stuff. You don't need to skip your favorite foods. Just choose nutrient dense options that your body recognizes. It was either the last episode or the episode before that where we gave you a list of
Mhm.
nutrient dense foods to put into your body. So if you haven't listened to that episode, go back and listen to that episode because we gave you an entire list of all the nutrient dense foods that you can be putting into your body.
Yeah, go for the protein, go for the meat. There should be some type of meat at the event you're gonna be at. If not, you prepare it and you bring it. Make sure that you're definitely focusing on quality protein. That is a staple, and it's usually the cleanest thing you can get your hands on. You get in trouble with a lot of the casseroles and the sauces and the dressings on the things that you just don't know what people are making it with, and the odds are it's gonna have seed oil in it, so be careful. Don't load up on raw veggies and salads. You're just going to feel bloated and miserable, and they're not even nourishing enough to satisfy you. Go for the nutrient dense foods that are going to create satiety, create a level of fullness, and protein will be your best bet. Hopefully, you can get a hold of some nice fatty meat, some ribs, some brisket, a roast, something that's going to have some fat in it, maybe some ground beef, some meatballs. Start looking and thinking about things you can eat when you're there. And then obviously, if you're concerned about not having good fats, bring your own. Bring a jar of SCT oil. In fact, if you don't have our new SCT oil, or excuse me, our new seed allergy cards, we have seed oil allergy cards. This is a great way to bring it up at the event, at the gathering, at the party, at the family event, because it's going to show all the bad fats and the ones you can replace them with. Dr. Rob, what are some of the best replacement fats for these nasty, toxic, metabolic poison seed oils?
Yeah, so the best replacement, obviously, we just talked about this, the SCT oil. Okay. And one of my all-time favorites is butter. And I love butter. And then you've also got things like coconut oil. You can be able to utilize that as well. Stay away from the MCT oil. And one of the things we even talk about is even staying away from a lot of the olive oils that are out there. You got to be
Mhm.
olive oil is a great thing when it's only olive oil in the oil that you're putting into your body. So you got to really be diligent about looking at the labels. If you haven't already seen it, even go to our social media. We literally walk through a grocery store and tell you what oils to choose, what oils to stay away from on there as well. And people always ask us, another oil that we get asked about all the time as being a healthy replacement is avocado oil.
Yeah, I think they're confused about that oil because they present it as, "Hey, it's got this really high smoke point so you can cook in it," right? That's what they say, and the problem with that is it's not about the smoke point, it's about how quickly the fat breaks down under heat, light, and oxygen. That's peroxidation, and avocado oil has a very, very weak peroxidation point, so it breaks down very, very quickly. It's just the nature of the carbon backbone. Remember, the strongest fats, the healthiest fats, the most stable fats they don't have these double bonds. They've got these single bonds. So saturated fat, coconut oil, butter, tallow, SCT oil. These are your stable fats. Avocado oil, it's a monounsaturated fat. It's going to have a double bond. And then if you get into the polyunsaturated fats and the seed oils, you're getting multiple double bonds, these kinks in the chain that are making these fats unstable. A lot of them are even stored in plastic. It's clear, the light's breaking it down, so stay away from those oils. Most avocado oil, too, it's not even pure avocado oil, it's cut with industrial seed oil.
Yeah, and then we've got okay, because we are going to the holidays, so you've got the sweets. So, you've got some replacement sweeteners in there. Dr. Randy, I think I know what your
Hmm.
favorite replacement
What do you
sweetener
think it
is.
is?
I'm gonna guess that yours is probably gonna be raw honey.
Oh my gosh, how am I that predictable? I mean, I'll be honest, I'd probably do on a daily basis. I mean, I'm gonna do 4 to 6 tablespoons of raw honey every single day. I don't deprive myself. Raw honey is a superfood. In fact, it stops and lowers cortisol in its tracks. So the stress hormone that's causing you to gain fat, if it stays elevated, honey is the number one thing you could probably do, raw honey, to blunt the cortisol response and also start to replenish your liver with glycogen, which is that stored source of energy that your body can use whenever it needs it. So don't be scared of raw honey. Obviously, I love maple syrup. I'm a big dates guy as well. Not me going on dates, not a big going on dates guy, not good at that, but eating dates, phenomenal. It also has that sugar that we all love, allulose, that has that natural sugar in it that actually stimulates GLP-1, the hormone in your small intestine, to help create satiety and make you full. So raw honey, maple syrup, dates, allulose, those are some of my favorites. I may have taken all yours as well.
No, I love all those. Here's what I will say though to that is, hey, this is also assuming that you've got a healthier metabolism. If you're that person that knows that you're already stuck and you don't have a healthy metabolism, do the thin method. That's what I would
Do the
recommend.
method.
Do the method and don't worry about these different I guess replacement sweeteners that we're talking about right now because it's going to be impossible still to be able to then be losing weight during the holidays by replacing them with these natural sugars or these real sweeteners right here. Just do the program.
Well, we
So
hear people
you got
say
to get
this
a
though.
good metabolic foundation.
We hear people say this a lot. They're like, I'm not eating seed oil. I'm eating natural foods. I still can't lose the weight. Remember, it's not always what you eat. What does your body do with the food when you eat it? Does it burn it or does it store it? And that is all about your metabolism. So obviously, we're giving you great advice here. But if you're that person that's stuck, you need to completely readjust your metabolic thermostat. Stop being the temperature, reacting to the weather, be that thermostat where you set the temperature for your own body. That is exactly how it works. You're not a victim. You can get back control of your metabolism.
All right, there you go. Now and you also want to make sure to do simple things like cook your own food, bring your own healthy dishes to the gatherings as you're preparing for these different things. I think that goes without saying, but that's one of the best things that you could do is cook your own food. So as we're moving through this, because we don't have a whole lot of time, the next one is going to be making sure that you're moving. Okay, moving with intention, and what do we mean by that? Is making sure that you are getting your body moving, getting some exercise. One of the things that I know that you love to do
What's
is
that?
making sure that you're getting outside and
Absolutely.
walking after meals.
Even if it's cold, I gotta be outside. I cannot be cooped up in a house under artificial light, maybe trapped in a conversation that I don't want to be in with a weird family member that you hadn't seen in 3 years. Just throwing it out there. Love my family. If you're listening, love you guys. But sometimes you just need to go take a break, get outside, go for a 10, 15, 20-minute walk. One of the best things you can do is get your body moving. As your body is moving with just walking, you're going to actually increase your insulin sensitivity. You're going to take up more glucose. It's going to help shuttle more nutrients into your tissue, and it's going to help rev up your metabolism. So keep your body moving. If it's too cold to go outside or wherever you live, go do 20 air squats every hour. Just go take a break, do a few air squats, get your body moving. Don't be stuffed up in a house, not moving, sitting on the couch for 3 or 4 days in a row. Not going to be healthy for you. You're not designed to stuff your body full of food and just sit down and sweat it all out. And if you got a sauna, you might want to jump in that bad boy. But yeah, keep your body moving, or do like one of our good clients, Margie, always says, you can always wham.
No, she says, "Damn."
Yeah, she says, damn.
She says, "Damn." That's dancing after
D-A-M.
meals. Yeah, dancing after meals. She
Dance
like Marty's. Yep,
after meal.
dance
Yeah.
after meal.
Yeah.
So we love you, by the way. All right, next one is managing your stress and prioritizing sleep. One of the things that we've said this for years, I know I used to say it in my chiropractic office, is the only people that don't have any stress right now are the people that are down the street at the cemetery and 6 feet under.
Mm.
We all are going to have stress. Now, it's interesting too. You have different types of stress. You have um, stress in which you would say like distress. That's the negative one. And then you also have eustress. Eustress like the
Yeah.
exciting one, right? Knowing that you're going to wake up today. And I know as a kid, today's the day that I'm going to Disney World. And that's a good stress. Or I'm going to go play golf. Or I'm going to see this special person. Or I'm going to be hanging out with my kids today. That's a eustress, which is a type of stress. And then you've got distress. And so you got to make sure that you're managing that. And so one of the things, because it is going to spike your cortisol levels, which is going to then put your body into fat storage instead of fat burning. It's going to disrupt your body's digestive pathways, and your hormones are going to be all over the place. So that really is a thing. So one of the things that I love to do every single day, if you ever hear I talk about it all the time, is first thing in the morning is making sure that I'm journaling and writing down the things that I am grateful for. I did it this morning. I wrote down 5 things that I am grateful for, because it's impossible to be stressed and grateful at the exact same time. So if I feel stress creeping in, I'll go back to my list, look at those things that I'm grateful for, and that helps me to be able to manage that. And then I also am a big affirmations person. So if you were to come into my bathroom at home, you would see on my mirror, I've got a list of affirmations that I say to myself every single day to start the day. And then I also have them on my phone so I can look at them as well. But it takes discipline and consistency to make sure that you're looking at those things, because I think a lot of people will get into a stressful situation and then they like to play victim.
Mm.
And the worst thing that you could ever do is play victim to yourself. It's the things that you're saying to yourself over and over and over. So why not say positive things to yourself?
Yeah, no, great advice. Yeah, be careful. Take captive of the words, the thoughts you think, you say. They do make a difference. And a lot of times we can be our own worst enemy in this whole thing. Give yourself a little bit of grace. You don't have to, it's not about being perfect. It is about enjoying this time of year and being thankful for all the things. I mean, it is Thanksgiving. We have so much to be thankful for. Remember, in your worst moment, there's thousands of people who would do anything to be in your position. We just have so much. Let's remember that. And really, part of that too, I think with the cortisol, like you said, is really try to prioritize your sleep. I know it can be tough if you're with people, maybe staying up late, you're out of your rhythm. But I can tell you right now, try to prioritize that. I would say even sleep in longer versus trying to get up early and work out, if that was even on your mind, because getting the proper sleep is actually more metabolic friendly than trying to go work out when you didn't get any sleep and your body's already
Mhm.
stressed. So keep that in mind. I would prioritize quality sleep, over getting up early and trying to get in a workout.
Yeah, and a way that you can be able to do that or even track that is utilizing things like a Whoop or an Aura Ring, your a Fitbit, your Apple Watch. There's a lot of things that you can use to be able to do that. Did you mention the Brain Tap on there?
No, I
Okay.
didn't mention Brain Tap. But yeah, there's technologies. There's
Yeah,
things that
yeah.
we've talked about that we use. A lot of you guys have these technologies. These are all things that can help mitigate the stress response that if you're used to using those, don't forget those. Those all travel with you and can be utilized to help you during times of stress. So don't be scared to take those with you. They travel well.
Yep. And last but not least is, you know what? Plan your holidays. Plan your indulgence intentionally by setting a goal. Set a goal for yourself at this time of year, right? What is your goal? Like we were talking about earlier, I set that 10-day protocol. My goal was for me, it wasn't about losing weight, it was about losing 2% body fat. I ended up losing 7 pounds, but I also lost the 2% body fat already. And we haven't even gone to the event, which is on Thursday. So that means I got to be able to reset the goal. If there's anything that we love smashing goals
Yes.
and then resetting goals. So at least you have a target, right? If you have no target, you're literally just shooting arrows all over the place. So, you know what? Sit down with yourself and go, okay, over this holiday season, I want to lose this much weight. Or over these holiday seasons, by January 1st, I want to fit into this outfit right here. And even go buy the outfit.
That's the ultimate
That's
leverage.
that's the ultimate leverage right there that you
Yeah.
can't even fit into right now and throw away the receipt. So that you can be able to make sure that you don't have that option to go back to the store and return it for a larger size, or better yet, buy that. You could even buy that outfit and at a smaller size and give it to a friend and give them the receipt and say, hey, you know what? If I don't hit my goal, then that outfit is yours. You can take it back to the store and return it for a size that actually fits you. And then you don't actually get to partake in that. So that's another way you could leverage yourself. But leverage yourself some way so that you're not going into the holidays without a goal or a target.
Yeah, sometimes I've leveraged myself with giving large sums of cash to people and let them know my goal, and if I don't hit it, they get to keep the cash. So anyway, just throw it out there. Whatever you got to do to leverage yourself, it goes a long way. Don't get off track. There's zero reason to get off track. And if you think about it, this time of year from Halloween to New Year's, if you let those 2 to 3 months just go by the wayside every single year, you think about this, almost a third or a fourth of your life you're losing because you just completely checked out. There's no reason to do that. So hope this helped today. If you need anything from us, reach out. We're going to be in Florida this weekend. The official release of the documentary, Your Second 50, featuring Dr. Rob and myself and other healthcare leaders is good. You've been asking, how do you get access to it? The official release is this weekend. We're excited to be there for that. And then you do not want to miss our episode next week.
Yep.
We're going to dive deep into one of my favorite topics. Why do people get sick? It seems like you get sick during the holidays or things seem not to be as healthy as they should be. We're going to really pull back the curtain on why people get sick. We're going to talk about contagion, about do germs really make us sick? Can you actually catch a cold? What do medications and symptoms have to do with your overall metabolic health and how you age? We're going to lay it all out because I can tell you right now, what we're going to share could really shake your foundation and point you in a whole new direction around what is the truth about health. Because we believe that it's very dangerous to do things in life based off things that just aren't true, and you're more powerful than you think. People can't make you sick. You're making yourself sick. We're going to dive deep, so don't miss next week's episode.
Thanks again for listening to the Happy Healthy podcast. Like it, share it, comment on it, and we appreciate you for your love and support.
Thank you, guys. Love ya.
Thanks for listening to the Happy Healthy Life podcast. If you enjoy the show, make sure to follow them on Instagram at the H2 Life or on YouTube and Facebook at the Happy Healthy Guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and review the show wherever you listen to podcasts.